Hey y'all, Will here, otherwise Zelray, and we're going into how to use the Mr. Wish machine effectively, use your Starcom effectively, and while this may seem like a simple topic, let me tell you, there's a lot of things you may be missing if you haven't looked through this completely and fully, and taken gauge of what you can get before you make a single roll. Okay, maybe I lied a little bit. We do get a really good deal on one roll, the first 10 that we can make, where we spend no Starcom, and it gives us items that we can absolutely make builds around, being the Pioneer, which is a shrapnel gun, and the Outsider, which is a crazy power surge build, based on all the things we get as we play through the game and collect the mysterious chests, those red glowing chests that you find around the map in all the points of interests. Yeah, let's get to the topic at the meat of this video. You don't want to use a blue Pioneer, you don't want to use a purple Outsider, you probably want to use a nice gold gun that you found, a legendary gun, or you might have pulled one out of Echoes of the Rift, and you might want to see how best to use it. The game gives us options, and we absolutely have options within this beta season available to us on the PvE and the PvP server, and I'll go through both and explain them to you. It's a little bit crazy to see how much they offer us. It really is. But let's take a look. And here we go, starting with the PvE server. We all know Echoes from the Rift. This is similar on both. This is random as random can be. If you click this little exclamation, the yellow exclamation, it tells you what can happen from here. And it can be absolutely anything and everything. So if you like gambling, this is for you. But if you do choose this, do not be disappointed in your choice. This is random, and this is the gamble you take by using Echoes from the Rift. What we're really looking at here is what other options do we have. We have Bulletstorm, which gives us the Kumawink and Mr. Squid, both bounce weapons. Then we have Whirling Dancer, which gives us Tattoo Pants and Hot Dog Shorts, which are more bounce gear. So we have a bounce set right here. We can get all the bounce stuff we need to get started to try it out. Unfortunately for myself, I don't really like bounce, so I skipped these options. Then we have Meltdown. This has to wait a long time because it's a few weeks in, but you can wait for it. And you can get Boom Boom completely scot-free. You know your chances, and it only takes 10,000 Starcom to unlock everything this has. It's a one-time pool of 20. After that, it is over and you got it. This will give you most likely a 2-star Boom Boom. Finally, we have Flame Tamer, which gives us the Tactical Vest, and Hardy Gloves, which is another fire build. However, we didn't look hard enough, so let's go back and take a look at this a little bit more so. No, not on a pool, by hitting this yellow exclamation, and let's go to the probability guide for Bulletstorm. We can see that this does give us the Kumawink, but it also gives us the Gulped Lore. So, we get a very nice sniper rifle that is based off of Unstable Bomber that works for any Psi Intensity build, mind you. So if you're thinking of going Psi Intensity instead of a weapon build, Gulped Lore would be great for you. So that's a hidden thing that you don't necessarily see. The same thing with Whirling Dancer. We know that we get the Tattoo Pants, and we know that we get the Hot Dog Shorts. However, we also get a Renegade Hood, a Renegade Jacket, and a Renegade Pant. And when we look at what Renegade does here, it is a weapon damage based build, best in slot armor in my opinion for that type of deal. You get reload speed, some extra health. When you reload, for every shot you take on a weak spot on the target, you gain extra magazine size, up to 30%, depending on how many weak spot shots you get from your magazine in percentage. Furthermore, if you stick on one target, aka this is a great boss armor set, you get up to 60% more weak spot damage, so you can focus on hitting harder when you do hit those weak spots. This is a crazy build that I think people glazed over entirely. When we get to Meltdown, we also see that you get a Backfire, and Backfire might be a cool weapon for you. You might not like it, you might like it. However, it is a, if I remember correctly, a support, I want to say bullseye weapon, and eventually I do want to try support builds, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to in this beta. I might be able to. further, we're going on to the last one. Flame Dancer. Frost Tactical Vest. Excuse me, I don't know why I always flub on that. But the Frost Tactical Vest is amazing for the icy rain, which we get from a mystical chest in just standard looting fashion. So now we have a great Frost Vortex build. If we get the Frost Tactical Vest, that opens up another avenue. We also have the other 3 pieces of the Renegade set. That gives us a full 6-piece set, so we can use it with any sort of weapon damage build we want to. And that is amazing. And I just want to put it out there. This is a full set. You can get all of this. It is guaranteed to you. Do not feel like RNG hates you when you can get a great set, but you need to know about it. And I get it. It's hidden. You don't see it, but it is given to you through 10,000 Starcom, and that is a very easy number to hit with how seasons work currently. We get a Frost Vortex build. We get a Bounce build. We get a Burn build. We get all these builds. We get an Outsider Power Surge build just from the standard long-awaited. PvE servers, you have a lot going for you, and you get good builds so you don't have to feel weak by just trying to risk it all on Echoes from the Rift. Now, if you don't like those other options, go for it. See what you get. But please, realize that you're making it harder on yourself in the long run 95% of the time by going Echoes of the Rift. And switching over to the PvP server, we got a free Jaws off of Metastable. Edgewalker giving us the Shaman Vulture top, but more importantly for myself, the sleek leather jacket. And then the Oasis mask. We are missing one, and we're going to look at that. And also, with this one, we can't actually see the final rewards necessarily, but we can extrapolate off of Edgewalker. So, going into it, the long-awaited is the same. Echoes from the Rift, we know that. Metastable. We get Jaws. Jaws is just fun, and honestly, I just put a build video out for this thing, and it just hits so hard, and it's such a easy-to-use weapon. It's great. Outside of that, we also get the Gulped Lore, yet we also get the Hammerhead Shark, and the Hammerhead Shark allows you to set up a Power Surge AoE build, somewhat like Bounce, but it actually feels good. Next, we have the Edgewalker, which gives us Lone Wolf Hood, Jacket, and Pan. With these, we get a semi-sniper effect of a gear set. I haven't quite parsed where this will fit in best, but it feels like small magazine weapons that do a lot of damage that can one-shot adds, potentially, or always crit 100% of the time. It's tough to figure out exactly where this will fit, but this allows you to get another damage gear set to potentially make later builds in the future if you don't have a build for it now, and armor pieces that do things like this help a lot. With that, Shaman Vulture top, I never felt that it really did more than the sleek leather jacket, which is kind of funny. I'm sure it has a purpose, it fits a use, but I don't know what it is. Mind you, Lone Wolf here, and we know the last one's going to have 3 pieces of Lone Wolf too, even though we can't see it. So that's all I can say for the 4th. Within the 3rd, we get Predator, which is an amazing gun. Honestly, it is. It goes through ammo like nobody's business, and it's a little bit harder to use than the Jaws. However, the Predator does a ton of damage if you can line up weak spot hits, and it is an amazing gun. And finally, since we can't see it here, we get the Oasis mask, which makes it so that the Predator does even more damage. Now, that means that depending on whatever server you play, the game is giving us a for sure set of weaponry that can do something positive outside and excluding the Kumawink, because I can't make that work for the life of me on the PvE server. But for PvP, you get Jaws, which literally Jaws can do all content, no questions asked. It's so easy to use. It hits hard. Yet, if for some reason you don't like these options, you can default to the random draw on Echoes from the Rift. And I feel that Echoes from the Rift will allow us to open up more build opportunities that we won't see for seasons, potentially, if we get lucky. So it does have a purpose, but don't forget to check out the other builds that are given to us free of charge, because we absolutely get enough Starcom to roll for these. I know in a lot of my videos recently people have complained about the Mr. Wish RNG, and I agree. When you're going for straight RNG, it does not feel fun. However, you don't have to. You can get a great build for free, and that's what I've been doing to show you builds and how they work. I haven't been gaming the system. I haven't been making a ton of characters. None of that. I have a PvE character and a PvP character. That's it. Because I wanted to check out the different areas of interest in each server, and also I wanted to get the deviants from both servers since they are separate. With that, it gave me the opportunity to try builds that I didn't have access to on the other server. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about the Mr. Wish machine, tell you how I see about using it, how it works the best, and how you can really profit with a good build as long as you just hunker down and use it, especially for Season 1 when we go into launch. Season 2, you're going to have more opportunities, and that's going to grow and grow until we have multiple stars on our weapons and our armor, and we feel like bigger badasses. But we'll see how that goes. And thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully I talked you through how you can make the best use from Echoes from the Rift, especially if you're waiting to go into launch and hoping for better luck or ways to make builds work without feeling frustrated that yours isn't strong enough. Catch you later.